This video is sponsored by Arena Breakout. If on this path, Arena Breakout is slowly getting closer to its global launch on iOS and Android on July the 14th, so in this video we'll be going more in-depth into the game and its mechanics. If you haven't watched our previous Arena Breakout guide yet, please make sure to watch it first to get a better understanding of this video. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Arena Breakout has a huge arsenal of weapons, 62 in total, and they're divided into 8 distinct categories, the categories being assault rifles, SMGs, light machine guns, carbines, shotguns, snipers, and marksman rifles. Each of them is suitable for a different playstyle and engagement distance. This game has a really unique mechanic, being stamina, and there are 2 types of stamina, body stamina and arm stamina. Both of them will deplete when a player does a task like aiming down sights, sprinting, bantling over objects, etc. And depending upon certain factors, they will replenish over time. There are also certain conditions that affect how fast you deplete and replenish the stamina. For example, hunger and injuries will increase the rate of exhaustion and reduce the rate of replenishment. And some of the items such as injections and stims have the opposite effect, making the exhaustion slower and increases how fast you replenish the stamina. Moving on, we have hunger and hydration. To understand this, remember the hydration bar is of 100 points. There are 2 types of beverages that can hydrate you. They can be either a single serving or multiple serving. Each of them has a set value that they replenish. They can be either a single serving or multiple serving. Sounds really complex, but essentially single serving means you can only use it once and the bar is filled up a certain amount after you fully consume it. But multiple servings means they can be consumed multiple times and the bar will gradually refill as you drink it, so you can cancel when your hydration level reaches 100. It's a good practice to choose your beverages wisely. If you're using a single serving drink just to replenish a little bit of thirst, you will waste the whole drink. If you're using a single serving drink just to replenish a little bit of thirst, you'll be wasting the whole drink. So in that case, use a multiple serving drink, as you can control how much you consume better. Now moving on to hunger, which works a little differently. All the foods you can consume are single serving and replenish a set amount of hunger. But some of the food also decreases your thirst, so be aware of your hydration level and try not to waste your resources. The weight stat can drastically alter the pace and playstyle of your game. Both weight and weight limits are displayed above the headset bar. It's generally a good idea to always be below 30 kilograms. You can exceed over 30 kilograms, but they will affect you negatively. When your weight is over 30 kilograms, your stamina recovery rate will be affected. Sprinting and aiming will also consume more stamina. And if it's over 45 kilograms, you will become overloaded, and your movement speed will be reduced, and you will consume even more stamina. Not only this, but you'll also suffer additional fall damage when jumping from a higher place. And if your weight is over 70 kilograms, you will reach critical overload. In addition to the earlier debuffs, you will also be unable to sprint or jump at all, and your ability to move will be significantly reduced. And this will put you at a massive disadvantage in a PvP environment. So it's generally a good idea to start the game under 30 kilograms. But if you don't want to throw away the things you've worked so hard to find, you can use an intramuscular injection or an intramuscular booster. These are red and blue stims, both of which will increase your weight limit for a while and eliminate the stamina debuffs. Finally, we're moving on to the Gunsmith. However, just a disclaimer, the Gunsmith in this game is so extensive and complex that we cannot physically cover it in one video. So we will just go over the important parts, and we can do a more in-depth video if you guys want. First, we need to understand how the weapons function on a fundamental level. There are 6 basic stats for guns in Arena Breakout, these being horizontal and vertical recoil, ergonomics, accuracy, gun stability, and effective range. Vertical and horizontal recoil are pretty self-explanatory, they just affect how your gun kicks. Ergonomics is a stat that affects ADS speed, weapon switch and peak time, and your arm stamina and its recovery time. We will explain the stamina mechanic in depth later in the video, but the general rule of thumb is the higher the ergonomic stats, the better. Moving on to the accuracy stat, it just affects your weapon's hipfire accuracy. And the gun stability stat only affects your weapon shake while hipfiring. Effective range affects bullet drop, specifically the distance in which your shots start to drop. It also affects armor penetration, losing 5 to 20% of damage starting from 70% of the gun's effective range. Your gun will stop losing damage beyond 150% of the effective range. These are the respective bonus buffs for that, and there are some other respective bonus buffs or attachments in the Gunsmith system. Moving on to the armor section, this was covered in the previous video, but just in case, if the bullet is 2 levels or higher than the armor, it will completely penetrate and do full damage. Level 1 or same level will have the slight damage reduction and penetrate most of the armor. The bullet damage is directly impacted by the armor it is hitting. Bullets with penetration larger than 5, such as AP ammo, will have a greater chance of consistently penetrating armor of the same level or armor one level below that of the bullet. No matter how high the level of the armor is, its durability will be decreased when shot with a bullet of any level to reduce damage, even if it is penetrated. When you are at 50% durability, the armor protection drops by 1 level. At 25% durability, armor protection decreases by another 1 level, so 2 levels decrease in total. And at 0%, it's practically the same as not having any armor, which depends on RNG, like how level 1 bullet can penetrate level 6 armor and vice versa. Blunt damage depends on bullet damage, level 3 slug for example. Arena Breakout will be hosting a triathlon event for creators on the same date of its global release, on July the 14th. If you would like to sign up for the Creator Club, make sure to join the official Arena Breakout Discord linked in the description. To get into the game faster than the rest and also get free rewards, make sure to pre-register the game on your respective app stores. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you next time. Going dark.